Blessy, blessy. All right, we're back underway here. The second half of play. 40-4. Verdigris leads. And another turnover by the Lady War Dogs. Verdigris for three. No good. Rebound. Becca Hopping.
Mercer can't hang on to the pass. Now she gets it back. We're rolling around on the floor. Verdigris is going to come up with it.
Three on the way. No good. Rebound Hopping. Akipan shoots and is going to be fouled. She'll go to the line shooting two. Fourth personal foul on number 2, Chancellor. Akipan's first one is good. Makes it 40-5. Verdigris, 7:03 to go here, third period. Second one is also good. 40-6. Verdigris. 7 minutes to go, third period.
So what do you think the conversation was in the locker room? The girls didn't come out and do any kind of shoot around early. Just if you were guessing, man, and you are.
I would think that he was probably talking to him about doing what we practiced.
Yeah.
That shot may have been partially blocked. Verdigris drives in. Shot is good and a foul. Pruse picks up her third foul. Makes it 42-6. Verdigris. And one free throw to come, and it's good. Makes it 43-6. Ball's going to be thrown away. Turnover, Lady War Dogs. Skip pass. Three. Nope, she's going to not shoot it. I thought she was going to shoot it. She'll shoot the three, and no good. Rebound, Hopping.
Akipan tries to drive, loses the ball.
Foul, number 21. Hopping got poked in the eye. Should have checked out. She's headed to the locker room.
Yikes.
They call it travel here on Pruse. Verdigris had the ball. 5:36 to go here. Third period. 43-6. Verdigris. Jumper on the way and good. Three-pointer. Stolen away by Verdigris. She drives inside. She's going to be fouled on the floor. The basket does not count. Timeout, Lady War Dogs. We're going to take a break, run a commercial real quick. We'll be right back on BulldogSports.com.
Nice Concrete Construction is Northeast Oklahoma's leading concrete contractor. Founded in the mid-1980s, Nice Concrete Construction has come a long way since the early days, offering services for all earthwork, commercial concrete, residential concrete, and specializing in road construction and concrete parking lots. Big or small, Nice Concrete Construction has got you covered. Give us a call at 918-540-2259 or look us up on Facebook.
All right, welcome back, Lady War Dogs. After the timeout, Verdigris will have the ball. It's 46-6, 4:54 to go here in the third period. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound by Verdigris. 3 on the way, no good. Stuck in the rim. So it'll be a jump ball, possession arrow, Verdigris. Cheer squad gets the ball unstuck. They get it in. Drives inside, shoots one, no good. Rebound, Maddie Arnold. It's off to Accupan. Long pass down court to Mercer. They call foul on number 3 for Verdigris. Bruce down the baseline. Steps out of bounds. And we turn over back to Verdigris. Shot's no good. Rebound by the Lady War Dogs. Turnover. Verdigris Lady Cardinals take it. Go in for the layup. Shot is good, and a foul on Callie Mercer. Shot is good. That makes it 49-6. Verdigris, 3:46 to go in the third quarter. Accupan has it for the Lady War Dogs. Bruce drives down the baseline, goes up for a layup. Shot is no good, but she's fouled by number 1. That's her first. So Bruce go to the line shooting 2. Lady War Dogs trail 49-6. 3:29 to go in the third period. First one is good. And she makes them both. Makes it 49-8. 3:29 to go here in the third period. Shot inside is blocked. Akipan pushes the pace, goes inside, kicks it out to Mercer. Mercer for 3, no good. Rebound is going to be jump ball, possession arrow, Lady War Dogs. Pass inside, shot, no good. Rebound, Verdigris. Called carry and a turnover back to Lady War Dogs. .226 to go here in the third period. Mercer dribbles inside. She's going to shoot. Shot is no good, but she's going to be fouled. She'll get 2 shots here on number 15. First personal foul on her. First one's up and good. Second one's up, no good. Rebound, Verdigris. Down to 2:10 to go here in the third. Lady War Dogs trail 49-9. Three on the way, no good. Rebound, Bruce. Gonna be a foul on number 20. Her second. Bruce gets it in. Akipan will bring it up. Call an offensive foul on Bruce. Her fourth. Three on the way, no good. Rebound, loose. And they're going to call it jump ball, possession arrow, Verdigris. Ruthie Hammonds checks in. Glass will check in for the Lady War Dogs, and Arnold will check out. Hammond's checked in for Preuss. Preuss has 4 fouls. Shot is good. No, no good. I thought that went in, but it didn't. But it goes out of bounds. Possession, or there. It's not narrow. Possession to Verdigris. Shot is good. Makes it 51-9. Verdigris. 1 minute to go, third period. Shot by Akipan is no good. Rebound by Hopping, who's checked back in. Her shot is good, and she's fouled. And she converts the 3-point play. Makes it 51-12. .30 seconds to go, and the ball's going to be out of bounds to the Lady War Dogs. Three on the way by Akipan, no good. Rebound, Verdigris. 15 seconds to go in this third period. Shot by Verdigris, no good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it back out, 3 seconds. Three on the way, no good. Rebound by Hopping. And that'll end the third period, 51-12. Verdigris leads. We'll be right back on WarDogSports.com.
War Dog fans, are you in the market to buy or sell a home? Then Enio Realty Group, with its 14 sales professionals, are here to serve you. At Enio Realty Group, they are focused on residential, farm and ranch, commercial property sales and marketing, as well as real estate auctions. Enio Realty Group will provide you step-by-step guidance through the process of selling or buying your property. They want the experience to be one you enjoy, and will do anything in their power to remove the stress and uncertainty. Enio Realty Group, where your dreams matter.
Never worry about your medications again when you use Osborne Drugs Pack My Meds. Pack My Meds packages your prescriptions and over-the-counter medications by the dose. Individual packets include the date and time that you need to take them. Up to a 30-day supply of every pill you take comes in a convenient box, and each packet can be easily torn off. It's safe, convenient, and you never have to worry or be confused about what medication to take or when to take it. Osborne Drugs in Miami.
All right, guys, welcome back. Oop, I'm at the wrong end to come back. Lady War Dogs with the ball. Started this fourth period, trailing 51-12. Mercer to Hammonds. Back to Mercer. Akipan has it. It'll be a foul on number 11 for Verdigris. That's going to be a 1-and-1 for Akipan. No good. Rebound by Verdigris.
God bless, I'm back.
How are you? How's Megan?
she's good. She has to go do number 2.
No, he did. That's why he was gone so long.
Oh,
No, I wasn't off doing number 2. I was talking to you.
so Megan's got to do number 2.
Yeah, she has to go drop the deuce.
Why he was gone so long.
Yeah.
We're talking about you now.
Yeah.
God bless.
Miss.
Hey, this is our show. We can say whatever we
That's
want.
right. Mrs. Megan Combs right there. Formerly Teeter until I officiated her wedding a couple weeks ago.
3 on the way by Mercer. No,
No
good.
good.
Verdigris with the rebound.
It's 51-12. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Boy, you talk about a learning experience for the girls.
3 on the way by Verdigris. No good. Tipped out of bounds. It goes to the Lady War Dogs.
And you're right, Bless. Your point earlier about Verdigris always being tough. I mean, this is a heck of a one to start the season off here with a really young team.
Well, you know, we're going to probably see a lot of the same in the boys. We've got two guys coming back with – we have nobody with starting experience.
None.
We have 2 guys with
Right.
some experience.
Right.
Nobody with starting experience. The Verdigris boys are always really good as well.
Yeah.
So it may be a rough go in the second game, too. You know, I talked to Coach Mercer a little bit today. He understands they're going to have some growing pains.
Right.
You know, they do have a senior in Jack Satterwhite playing, but Jack hadn't played in 3 years. He had the back surgery, really hadn't got to play any basketball. Just got back into football this year.
Right.
Um,
He is a big, strong body down in the middle, though. I mean,
shot no good, out of bounds, off of Verdigris,
we're not going to run into too many teams that have a big man any bigger than Jackson Satterwhite.
except for Jay.
Who they got?
Remember that big old boy that Jay had?
Did he graduate, though?
No, I think he's still there.
Oh, boy.
I think he's only in like 6th grade.
Was that Butters?
Yeah, something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. It seems like he's been there for 6 years.
Yeah.
He may have been. I don't know.
Hey, his kids are sitting down in the car waiting on him. Yeah. Crystal Glass looking for an opportunity. Passed the ball off to Agpan a little too high over her head, and
I
it's
think
going
it
to be
was
Verdigris
tipped
ball. Yeah.
and then went over at Sarah's head, but she got a finger on it trying to
Yeah.
stop it.
So Hopping and Akipan out. Peyton. Let's see who else in. Peyton, Glass, Hammonds,
Jinx.
Jinx.
And Bolton, Becca Bolton.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I didn't have the camera down there, so you couldn't see
I
him.
was gonna say,
I'm awesome.
Some fresh faces there.
We're going to say, what do you call her? Did she step out of bounds?
I don't know.
He really didn't say.
He didn't say.
I think she
Think
stepped
she
out of
did.
bounds.
It's going to be Miami ball.
That's good. That means I don't have to move the camera.
Yeah, because you're not great at that.
Pass is picked off. Verdigris will push it the other way. Stop, shoots, blocked by Jinx. That's Jinx. She's had a couple blocks tonight. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound is going to be tipped away by Peyton out of bounds. It'll stay with Verdigris.
Right at 5 minutes here left in the ball game. Verdigris girls have this well in hand. Are audio good still?
Yeah.
Think you got it fixed?
Well, I didn't delete it and reload it after I did everything. And that's what the problem was. I did do that now, so.
Maybe we're good. That haunted us all football season.
I think I got it figured out.
That was rough.
Oh,
Picked up once again. Another
Pass
turnover.
me picked off.
She's going to.
Oh, that's travel. That's a travel.
That's double dribble at least. She stopped to grab that and started again. Verdigris going to score.
Makes it 53-12. Verdigris, 4:25 to go in the ball game.
Hey, Bless, how about them Sooners?
Well, I don't want to get too celebrative now, but we got one more to go
Yeah, I'm with
before
you.
we make the playoffs, and then we got 2 to go there. So, no,
Yeah,
1 to go there. Right?
well,
two.
depends. 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be something?
The defense is playing well at the right time.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
about
we've had
that.
some struggles on defense. They're playing well. They're the 26th ranked defense right now in the country, which is as good as they've been in a long time.
Right.
Consistency is the problem, in my opinion.
They're on or off. Yeah. And it seemed like first time we played Baylor, I mean, they were just a more physical team.
Oh, the first half we were so flat.
They were just
But
pushing
the
us
second
off
half,
the line. I don't know.
Whatever happened at halftime worked.
Yeah.
He needs to tell them that at the beginning of the game this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ruthie Hammond's at the line shooting a 1-and-1 here. Lady War Dogs trail 53-12.
Speaking of Pokes fans.
And first one's
There's
good.
So Verdigris now ahead by an even 40. 3:43 left to play. And that one's no good. Rolls off the rim and into the hands of Verdigris. Verdigris has their starters pulled. What do we got
Carry
there?
it.
Yeah, got to carry. Ball off
Ball's
the
loose.
hands of
Jinx
Darcy
gets it.
Evanson.
Jinx
scores.
scores. Ball's loose, and Jinx gets the steal. Peyton shot is no good.
Off the front of the
Rebound,
rim.
Verdigris. Be out of bounds. Is it tipped out
Looks
by
like
us?
on Edmondson, yeah. Darcy got a hand in there and gave that a little touch, and out it went. And we got
Bounce pass inside. Jinx going to get the steal. Bolton comes out of there with it.
four coming to the line to sub in. Becca Hopping and three young ones.
Shot
Bolton's
is good
got
by
it.
Bolton. Makes it 53-17. 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
So Miss Bolton making her presence felt.
Three on the way and good. Makes it 56-17. 1:45 to go in the ball game. Timeout. The subs come in. The freshman class just checked in.
Yes, they did. Miss River Hopping taking the field here, taking the court. I believe this is her first time. No, she played softball. I was going to say it's her first time in the War Dog blue and white on the basketball court. River, the younger sister of Becca Hopping.
Shot on the way, no good. Rebound by Burrow.
Is that Jericho?
Yep. Three on the way. Oh, in and
Ball's
out. And ball's gonna be out of bounds to Verdigris. Down to a minute and 10 seconds to go in the ball game. 56-17 Verdigris. Three on the way. Good. Ball's gonna be stolen away.
Verdigris with an opportunity here to hang 60 on us if they choose to. Under 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Now. And they're just
I
gonna
think he's
work the
telling him
ball
to back it
around.
out. Yeah. 15 seconds.
Under 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the ball game, guys. So
So let-
59-17, Verdigris over your Lady War Dogs. First game of the 2019 season.
And I believe our high scorer had 3 points.
Yeah.
There was 2 of those that I know of. I didn't get to keep track because of the technical difficulties we had at the beginning. But all right, so we're going to take a quick break, get us something to drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever we need to do real quick, and then we'll be back with the boys' game. So I'm just going to turn the volume down, and you can watch whatever's going on here at the half.
Let's at least put it on.
And we'll be back on WarDogSports.com.
Security Bank and Trust Company is your full-service, locally owned community bank that has proudly served the Miami, Oklahoma area since 1922. Security offers you 3 convenient locations, 2 in Miami and 1 in Afton. At Security Bank, our staff works hard to understand the industry you operate in, working to nurture new ventures and help provide capital for key strategic decisions. We offer tailored solutions in a wide array of industries. What can we do for you? Thank you for banking with Security Bank.
Family Dental Associates is a proud supporter of War Dog Athletics. Dr. Folks and his staff have been serving War Dog country for over 10 years. They are a comprehensive dental practice with a focus on restoring and improving each patient's oral health. Dr. Folks offers many procedures including root canals, crowns, bridges, dentures, and a state-of-the-art cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Folks' staff is also there for your everyday need, whether it's regular cleanings, tooth whitening, or even insurance questions. Please feel free to give Family Dental Associates a call at 918-542-3337 and schedule your appointment today.
Lessons are learned here. Traditions are honored here. Memories are made here. Pride is instilled here. We are Miami Public Schools.
We are War Dog! We are War Dog! We are War Dog! This is the War Dog way!
Welcome to War Dog Nation.
Bill Records is the #1 here in the United States. I come from Brazil just for these guys. Thank you so much, Brian.
All right, guys, welcome back. Boys action getting ready to get underway. This is the Crawford Collision Center pregame show. We appreciate John Crawford and his crew over at Crawford Collision Center to be our pregame show sponsor for this basketball season.
God bless.
If this is prime time for deer to be crossing the highway.
Yep.
So if for some bad reason a deer runs out, you hit him, call Crawford Collision Center over in Commerce. They'll get you fixed up on that repair of your automotive.
They did some repairs for me on a Suburban after a car wash in Joplin that's going to remain unnamed. Tommy's tore the back bumper off.
Really?
Yeah, and did a dang good job.
So Crawford Collision Center over in Commerce, they picked us up on being a pregame show sponsor for basketball. John called and said, hey, I want in on this deal. Give me something.
Good deal.
So there you go, John. You are our pregame show sponsor.
Nice.
And the boys will be taking on Verdigris. Verdigris boys are usually a pretty good team historically. Again, our team is pretty inexperienced. We have no one with starting experience on this team, in high school anyway. I'm sure they probably started middle school and stuff like that. But as far as high school goes, we have no one on this team that has starting experience. Fresh 5 guys will be starting this year. Some new names for us that we haven't seen in the past. Jack Satterwhite is back. He's a senior. He has played in the past, but his high school, I think this may be his first high school basketball game as a senior because of his back surgery and not playing when he was younger as a freshman. Then he had the back injury, was out his sophomore and junior seasons with that. So he's back for his senior season. Jack, pretty decent football player. He's getting some looks from some Division I schools. Austin P, I believe, is one that has offered him. And I know he went on a recruiting trip to Virginia Tech. I know that Texas State was here yesterday, I believe, and visited with him and Coach Gardner. I think he's got some recruiting trips to Oklahoma State coming up. I'm not sure if he's going to Arkansas or not, but anyway, Jack's a good athlete. We'll see how it works out. This is going to be something fresh for all of us.
This is an unknown quantity for sure. Trey Tanner, pretty sure he'll be starting tonight.
Yeah, the starters for Miami are Patel, Trey Tanner, Zach Smith, Keaton Jinks, and Satterwhite. We got Keaton Jinks and Carson Jinks on the team. Carson is freshman. I think he'll get some playing time. For Verdigris number 1, Trenton Haddock. You can't see because our fans are standing up, but he's in there somewhere. We'll go right here. He'll come through there. Number 3, Tyler Haddock. So Trent Haddock and Tyler Haddock. Then number 10, Keith. Number 12, Hager. And number 22, Cagle. So they got a 6'2" guy in there playing He'll be playing against probably Jack Satterwhite, I'd say.
Jack's, 6'5"?
I don't know. They didn't have it listed.
He's listed 6'5", 285 on the football roster.
Now for your War Dogs. Number 3, Patel. Number 15, Trey Tanner.
Trey's a sophomore.
Number 21, Zach Smith. Number 22, Keaton Jinks. And Jack Satterwhite. You're right there, you list him as 6'5". So.
Oh, he's every bit of that.
All right, let's see how this all shakes out. Get this thing rolling here.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Bless. None of these guys in these starting 5 have started a high school basketball game before. We saw a little bit of action from Patel last season A little bit of action from Tanner.
I think we're good. It's still rolling along.
Nice. And, man, that's it. Everybody else is brand new.
Now, Sunday, we'll be back Thursday back here at the MAC with Oologah. Sunday, we have the Midwest Classic Bowl. Me and John will be broadcasting live again on WarDogSports.com. So Butler,
What teams are playing? Yeah,
Butler and Trinity Valley.
Okay.
And we'll be bringing that game live as well. So
NEO did not make that bowl game this season, unfortunately.
ball's up, and Verdigris will win the tip. Spins inside, gonna kick it out.
Nice
3 on the
move right there,
way,
Patel.
no good. Rebound will be Jinx, and then Satterwhite will come away with it. It's gonna be Zach Smith running the point for the War Dogs.
Jinx.
Called double dribble on
Double
Jinx.
dribble.
Gosh dang it.
Of course, nobody could see that. Cause
I get to watching the game. I'm sorry. Ball's tipped and it's loose. Oh, man. And Satterwhite just drove his knee into the leg of Jinx. Right on the top of his head into the knee of Jinx.
He's going to be all right.
What's going on here? Why am I hearing that? Is that yours?
Yes, me.
Is that hearing it in my headset?
Yeah.
We were checking to make sure the audio was good.
Oh, it's coming through that other extra headset, the audio there.
Satterwhite stays in. Everybody's okay. Looks like. Verdigris with the ball. Three on the way. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. Off.
It came off of David Patel.
Yeah, they're going to leave the ball with Verdigris. Fakes the three, drives inside. We'll call a foul here, I believe, on Satterwhite. Nope. We're going to call it on Jinx.
And that's going to send Verdigris to the line.
Nope, it was on the floor, so
Oh,
it won't
was
go
it?
to the line. Yep.
Looked like he was. There you go, the line.
Verdigris definitely looking for the three ball.
Well, they may be trying
There's
to.
a three. No good. Rebound.
Maybe trying to avoid having to do battle with Jackson Satterwhite.
Rebound by Tanner.
Jackson needs to hustle and get down the court a little quicker.
Nice pass inside. The War Dogs score.
Score 2-0. Trey Tanner lays the rock in the hoop for the first points of the War Dog basketball 2019 season.
Nice pass by Smith.
So Kaya Payton
They
had the
call
first
here.
points for the ladies. Trey Tanner, first points for the gentlemen. Both of those kids sophomores. So the youngsters being productive.
Offensive foul on Verdigris. Number 12, Hager. The War Dogs will take the inbound here. Get it into Jinx. Picks up his dribble. Be out off of Verdigris, so it'll stay with the War Dogs.
Patel going to come over here and do the throw-in duties.
Smith has it. He's going to drive to the basket. Passes off to Satterwhite. He's way up underneath. He's going to be knocked out of bounds by Verdigris, so he'll stay with the War Dogs. Well, Jack kind of caught that thing up underneath the basket.
Yeah.
Going to have a hard time coming up and putting that thing in. Into Jack. He gets the foul. The basket will not go. So he'll go to the line shooting two.
And we'll see how the big man is at the free throw line.
So Satterwhite gets two. Foul's on Cagle, his first.
All right, I just named Satterwhite for the.
Missed the first.
Yeah, especially since he missed that one.
The Shack.
That is Shaxson Satterwhite.
Shaxson Satterwhite. I like it. Same number.
Yeah. Biggest man on the court.
And he misses them both. Shaxson Satterwhite fits.
Shaxson Satterwhite.
Patel almost gets the steal there.
Boy, he did. David came flying through there.
Three on
Looked
the
like
way
Spider-Man.
and good by Trent Haddock. 3-2. Verdigris. 5:20 to go here in the first period.
Jinx driving to
Jinx
the
going to be
hoop.
called for the offensive foul. That's his second. So Verdigris has the ball, leading 3-2. 5:05 to go, first period. Don't know if anybody's been out by the high school here lately, but construction is underway on the new high school. Going to be an offensive foul on their big man. Cagle picks up his second. Or excuse me, Hager, sorry. Not Cagle, Hager.
Cole Botts checking in.
Botts checks in and Jinx checks out.
Cole saw limited time last season. I'm sure he's going to get his share of minutes this season now.
Of course, we went to school with his dad, Wade Botts, graduated with us. This is his youngest son,
Wade
Cole.
Lynn's good guy. I tell you what, we had more.
Ball's going to be stolen away, passed ahead. He's going to make the shot and a foul on Patel.
We had a lot of fun out of Wade Botts, didn't we?
Yeah, I see Wade sitting over there.
Why did he even come over here and talk to us?
I'm surprised they got him out of the house.
Yeah,
he all he does is go to work and home.
That's it, yeah.
That's not the way we knew. That dude was
No.
all over the place.
Yeah, he was kind of a wild man.
Makes it 6-2. Verdigris. 4:35 to go. And this first period is stolen away on the bad pass. He goes in, so he stripped away, and Cole Botts comes flying through.
That was actually Shaxson Satterwhite.
Well, it was Shaxson Satterwhite.
Yeah.
He thought he was blocking for
Yeah,
a goal line
yeah.
stand right there.
Yeah.
He takes out everybody.
Yeah, he was like a bowling ball.
That's a foul on Jackson, or Shaxson, excuse me.
Something's going on. Timeout on the
Timeout
floor.
on the floor. Full timeout, War Dogs. So it is 6-2 Verdigris. 4:28 to go in the first period. We'll be right back on WarDogSports.com.
Nice Concrete Construction is Northeast Oklahoma's leading concrete contractor. Founded in the mid-1980s, Nice Concrete Construction has come a long way since the early days, offering services for all earthwork, commercial concrete, residential concrete, and specializing in road construction and concrete parking lots. Big or small, Nice Concrete Construction has got you covered. Give us a call at 918-540-2259 or look us up on Facebook.
All right, guys, welcome back. Coach Mercer down there drawing something up with the boys. So 4:28 to go here, first period, 6-2 Verdigris. Who are you pointing at?
Becca Hopping.
Oh.
Try to get her over here and visit a minute.
All right.
Here she comes. She don't want to.
Where is she?
Yeah, she's right there with her dad and mom.
Inbound pass. They get it down low. And he crawls it over.
Wow.
Oh, technical foul.
What's that all about? What was the foul there, Bless?
There was a technical foul. I didn't see what it was. Number 3 draws a technical.
What'd they do? I am confused.
I think he was talking a little trash after he made the basket.
Oh, okay. Mouth will do that.
And I'm not sure exactly what was said. I didn't see it. All I seen was him come flying into the technical and pointing. So Zach Smith will shoot the technical foul here.
And who was that on there? Number 3?
Number 3, Pat Haddock. He hits the first. That was on Tyler Haddock. Second one is up, and it good.
That's good, too. So.
And then the War Dogs will get the ball as well. It's 8-4, Verdigris. 4:21 to go here in the first period.
Sometimes I'd like to know what was said, and sometimes I wouldn't. Actually, I think all the time I'd like to know what was said.
Do what?
Well, when you get flags on the football field and stuff like that in these technicals, just kind of want to know what was said. I'm just curious.
So 8-4, Verdigris. 4:21 to go. Inbound by the War Dogs.
Shaxson Satterwhite has the ball. Back to Patel. Joining us now, Miss Becca Hopping. Hi, Becca.
Hi, John.
So, how you feel?
Smith steps on the baseline, out of bounds, turnover. Back to Verdigris.
I don't like basketball.
Yeah, we talked about how you wasn't really planning on playing.
Yeah.
So were you just going to try to do soccer this season?
No, I was planning on playing this season and then just doing soccer next season.
Yeah.
But I made a deal with a freshman.
You did.
And so now I have to play basketball so that she'll play soccer.
Would that freshman have been your sister?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about her.
Okay, so which freshman was this?
Hayden Davis.
Oh, okay. Right on. So if you played basketball, then she'd play soccer this season.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And
talking about soccer,
first.
how do you think the girls are going to look? You haven't even practiced
Soccer?
with them, yeah.
Mr. Adams said we have some potential.
Yeah.
We lost quite a bit of legs last year that were pretty crucial, but
He misses them both. Rebound. Stripped away. War Dogs come away with it.
Shaxson Satterwhite with the strip. You like that name for Jackson?
I thought that's what you said, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's 100% what we said, yeah. Because he's huge and physical and
Where's number 32?
wears 32 and so far not very good at the free throw line. Yeah. So they talked you into playing basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. It's always good to play more than one sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's good.
3.
Just keeps you ridiculously busy.
Keeps
got a
me
power
in
lift?
shape. I haven't decided yet.
You should. You can win a state championship.
Yeah.
I could help us win a state
Yeah,
championship.
You don't think you could win an individual?
No, I lift in. I'm not like light enough to lift, and I don't lift enough to be in an actual weight class.
Right. Gotcha. Ball goes flying into the War Dog cheerleaders.
Did he say that was Verdigris ball?
I don't know. Takes a couple of them out. Oh boy, now the Verdigris student section is trying to officiate the game from over there. Hobot's coming out. Spencer Smith coming in. Well, we're glad you played basketball. Because
Yeah.
it makes it more entertaining for us to broadcast.
Pass
When we
underneath
know
shot
kids
is
on the
good.
field, on the court.
Ready for softball.
Are you?
Yeah.
So talk about this past softball season. You guys made a decent run.
It was fun. It was really, really fun. And I think that's what we missed out on last year.
Yeah.
Is we were focused on winning and being good, and we didn't have fun. So.
Right. A little too intense, you
Yeah.
think?
This year was just so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You could tell you guys were having a good time out there. So you won some honors there at the end of the season. Tell us about that.
Yeah. When she was telling us who won what, she saved mine for
3
last.
on the way, no good.
Off the front of the rim.
She saved mine for last, and I starting to sweat.
You thinking you weren't going to get anything?
Yeah.
After the season you had, you're
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
what more do you want?
I thought I did pretty well.
Yeah. So exactly what was it that you got?
I got defensive player of the year in the district.
In the district. So district 4A. What are we?
I have no idea.
4A3, I
I
think.
think 4A3, something like that.
So there's like 3 of those top. So there's an offensive player of the year, defensive,
This
and
is
then player of
first.
the year.
Gotcha.
So
So you got defensive player of the year in our
Yep.
district. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Who got offensive player of the year?
Some girl from Ulaga.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
She hit good.
How many home runs did you hit?
I only hit 3 this year.
Really? You got to do better than that.
I know, right?
Come on.
Hit
Hoppy.
9 my sophomore
Hey,
year.
I don't know if you. Oh, Shaxson comes in to block that and
He's going to
gets
draw
the
a foul, yeah.
I don't know if you listened to the broadcast of the J game at J. You go back and listen to the broadcast.
Football?
No,
Yeah.
softball.
Oh, probably not.
I called your grand slam.
Oh, yeah. We re-listened to it because you told my parents you called it.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, apparently a bunch of people called it. My coach called it.
Yeah,
the
but
assistant coach called it.
Yeah, but I count.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You matter the most.
Yes.
That's right. He was on the air to all of your adoring fans.
Yeah, that J game was fun. Jesse hit a home run there, too.
Yes, you did. Yeah, a lot of you guys had a good game that game. Just a good season all around.
Yeah, I think next year will be pretty good, too. We have some
Did you lose 2 seniors?
3 and then like a 4th that transferred just this year.
Gotcha.
But next year we have some scrappy girls coming, and I'm really excited for that.
I got a good freshman class coming up.
Yeah.
3 on the way.
Bounced off the
No
back
good.
of the rim.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah. Well, so River's playing basketball this season.
Yep.
So did she play softball last season?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did.
was she on the freshman team now?
Or,
I mean, did you
like
guys?
JV.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys were on the field at the same time a couple times?
Yeah, because a couple of our girls were down, so I had to play JV a couple of times.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Good.
3, no good. Rebound by Tanner.
You and River are a couple of my favorite kids.
Don't you say that to everyone?
Huh?
Yes.
I think
I was
you
getting ready. I was thinking
think
that.
you
He
say
says that
that
to
to
every kid
everyone.
that comes up here.
Well,
I mean, it's fine.
Because the only ones I invite up here are my favorite kids.
That's fair. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get,
Yeah.
but
I mean, you see a whole crowd of them over there that I didn't invite up here, right?
that's fair.
Yeah.
3 on the way.
No good.
Spencer Smith, the rebound.
Still fighting for that. Trying to get the ball to Tanner. Gets picked off. Long pass from Verdigris. Rolls in. Making it 16-4 as we're about to close out the first quarter. First period, anyway. Well, so we're gonna do basketball.
Yep.
And we're gonna do soccer.
Yep.
And then we're just getting tuned up for softball after that.
Yep.
You gonna
Senior
play any?
season.
You gonna play league ball this summer? You think?
I don't know. I always say I'm going to, and then I don't end up playing. But I really need to be looked at, you know.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need the exposure.
I need to start sending emails.
Yeah, probably. Now, did you guys play some league soccer with a team out of Grove?
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah,
it's fun playing with some good people.
Yeah, good players on that team?
Yeah, really good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that is cool. Athletic Director Chad Davis came up here and gave us each a challenge coin. That is one of the coolest things.
There's only 100 of these made. There's only 100 of these in existence.
That is cool. Celebrating 100 years of the War Dog.
Is that like our Honey Badger one?
Huh?
Is that like our Honey Badger one?
Yeah, it is.
Sick.
Yeah. So yeah, Becca has a challenge coin that
There's only
is
100
very
of these
special.
made.
That is.
I have
awesome.
2 and you have 1 because you already gave me one.
What was that? How many you got now?
Don't tell him because he doesn't know. He can't remember he gave me one already.
Oh, here, let me see. Let me see.
No.
Give me that.
No.
Just give it to me. I'm gonna tell him if you don't.
Don't give that to her. She's gonna earn that.
All right.
She's gonna hit 5 home runs
Okay,
next year.
there you hear it. If you hit 5 home runs next season in basketball, Bless will give you his coin.
Do you want to shake on it?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, there it is. Bang, 5 home runs.
You win a
You
state.
get one of
Hey,
those babies.
you win a state championship. I'll give you both.
If we win a state championship.
You win a state championship, he'll pay for your ring.
I just want to go to state.
There's a shot.
If you win a state championship, I'm gonna say if you win a state championship, Bless Parker will pay for rings for the whole team.
Yeah, because I'm going to get myself one because I'm going to be there broadcasting it, whether OSSA likes it or not.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, sister. Well, appreciate you coming over and
Yep.
visiting with us. I know that
Anytime,
you know,
actually.
it has
Not
to
anytime,
get you out of
but
your
my
out of your
bubble.
comfort zone a
Yeah.
little bit. It's good for you.
Yeah, is it though?
Well, it doesn't hurt you.
3 on the way for Vertigers. No good.
All right, well,
Boy, body's crashing
see
in.
you later.
All right, thank you, Becca Hopping.
Thank you.
We'll see you, kid. Thank you, Becca. Peace out, Chicken Snout. And we're joined up here by Miami Public Schools Athletic Director, Mr. Chad Davis. How are you, sir?
Hi, fellas. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thank you for the coins.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
That is super special.
Yeah, we had 100 of those made for the 100th year of the War Dog, and, you know, those are going out to people who have basically, to coin Mr. Hogan's the War Dog Way phrase, those are our War Dog Way type people. And
nice.
Again, for what you guys do for covering our kids and War Dog athletics, that's just a small token to say thank you for what y'all do.
I have a large collection of these from my military days, and from units, you know, different branches and different different services from all over the world, and this one's one of the most special ones.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. You know, it's funny to hear you say that, John, because some of the other people who have those are Hall of Fame inductees. So obviously everybody knows Steve Owens. Steve collects coins, and he sent me a really cool picture with where the War Dog one sets on his deal. And then Todd Berry, I sent one to Todd as well because, as you guys know, Todd and his wife Lisa, you know, donated, you know, close to $15,000 towards our weight room project. And you know, I sent him one of those coins, and he sent me a picture of his coin collection. So, you know, when he spent his time at the Army, he's got all these presidential coins and all these military coins, and he's got it right in the middle. So anyway, it's really neat to see, you know, something that, you know, a small token as a commemorative coin that's really unique, but to see that it means something to the people who are receiving them is really cool, and that's kind of why we wanted to do it. So. You don't get to celebrate a 100-year birthday very often.
No, that's pretty special. Like that.
Now, I collect these as well, but the ones I collect so far till this one have all been Sooner ones.
Okay.
And
you're still doing just fine with those.
And Steve Owens has a coin, right?
He does.
Did you get me one?
You need to talk to the more important Davis.
Okay. Because I messaged you guys and said, hey, I can't be there, but get me one.
I'm almost certain that she has them set back for you, though.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's my wife's category. So, you know, it's a funny story about those coins for Steve. You know, Amanda gave him 50 of them and just said, use them as you want. And night before we traveled down to the last home game, and we had the pleasure to have lunch with Steve and Barbara. He texted Amanda and said, hey, I need some more of them coins when you come down and we meet up. And she gave him another 50 because what's happening is he's handing them out to, some very close people around OU that's, been a big part of his life. And the word's getting around that coin's surfacing.
That's cool,
he's running out of them really fast. So, which is really cool. I mean, it's good to see.
Yeah, this is awesome. Tanner puts 2 on the board, making the score 21-9 Verdigris. A little under 6 minutes here left in the second period.
So a little different look here this season for our War Dog boys basketball. No starting experience.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's and it's one of those funny deals that I never would have put that together until, Coach Mercer actually told me that, over the Thanksgiving break. He goes, you realize when we throw kids out there that none of them have ever started and very few have played, so he knew that there was going to be a lot of learning on the fly, so to speak, and it complicates it a little bit when you open up against someone as stellar as Verdigris.
Exactly,
Those, they do a great job over there in their basketball programs, but there's no better way to get better that throw you in the fire.
Sure, iron sharpens iron.
And I think our boys are hanging in there all right now. I mean, it's not like we haven't played sloppy. I don't think haven't been a lot of turnovers, and we haven't had a lot of
turnovers. Killed the girls.
Oh yeah, just couldn't. And again, I mean the Verdigris girls are the top 5 team in the state for a reason.
Sure.
I mean they're legit and they're 10 deep, and but no, I feel like our boys have hung in there okay so far.
Well, it's not completely out of hand.
Oh no, I mean, and they're playing hard. Not that our girls played hard.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't see
effort was there.
I didn't see any quit by any means. So I'm sure obviously Coach Neal's disappointed because coaches are competitors and probably knew that he had a tall task ahead of him. But at the same time, probably had it in his head that if we can keep it between this, or we need to score this many. I'm sure there was a lot of goals that wasn't reached tonight, but that's why you play a long season and look forward to seeing them kids, improve as they keep going out.
Well, everybody has a plan to win, and when your plan doesn't work out, it's disappointing.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
and you don't come out expecting to lose. You come out with a plan to try to win, and if it doesn't pan out, just like any other plans, it's disappointing.
One of my all-time favorite quotes, and one that I used a lot when I was coaching football, to kind of get my guys going for the week. I was like, everybody's got a plan. It was Mike Tyson that said it. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
That's exactly right.
So the game plans and all that stuff, look, they're great leading up to it, but when the other guy hits back and the other girl hits back, that stuff's out the door. Now you just got to go be a competitor and just go play. So,
you know who I'm kind of impressed with so far?
Who's that?
I'm impressed with Zach Smith.
Yeah. Zach's a good little player.
And this is the first time I've seen Zach Smith that I know of.
Okay, so a little story on Zach. Zach transferred to us a year ago from Veneta. Mom and Dad moved from Veneta to Miami. And then I believe it's his grandmother lives with him as well. So, I don't know Zach real well personally, but I know his story and talked to him enough. I know Coach Mercer has nothing but great things to say about him. Good, polite young man, very, very coachable, has fit right in and done a good job, on the basketball court as our guard. And it's funny because I was just talking to Kyle Baldridge. He's like, Coach Davis, who is number 21? And I said, Zach Smith, and I told him the story, and he's like, well, the good news is I've seen his face, but I don't know who he is. And he goes, and that's usually a good thing.
That's usually a good thing, yeah.
Because we all know that Mr. Baldridge handles a lot of the discipline at the high school. So he's like, well, I know he shows up every day because I see him, but I don't, So, but no, Zach's a good old player.
That's like if the game warden has no idea who you are.
There you go.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But he seems to handle the ball real well. What year is he in?
He's a senior.
Senior. Okay.
Yeah, that's the part that's tough. Kind of like Terrence Crush, that just left us, and there's been the Mary Gilberts of the world. You just wish you could get those kids when they're that freshman and sophomore and see them grow up in the program. But we'll take them. It's just we've been fortunate that we've gotten some good kids in here that went through the transfer process the right way. Some of them had a set a year like Terrence. And you just kind of wish that you could help them out a little bit. But it is what it is. We're going to follow the rules, but we're going to welcome the right kids with open arms here. So.
3 on the way doesn't work. So we've already named Jackson Satterwhite his basketball name.
Okay.
That is Shaxson Satterwhite.
Shaxson's? You know what? That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm pretty proud of that, actually. I thought that was quite creative.
Yeah, he's got to dunk and hang from the rim once to at least fully have that. But that's pretty clever, though. I'll give you that.
He's got the missed free throws down.
And he's got the number that he wore when he was with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And he's huge.
And, when he runs into someone, the other kids go flying, and he's just
Boy, he was like a bowling ball into pins over there earlier.
Yeah, a while ago when he did that, I looked at Chuck Bruce and I said, Coach, me and Chuck said we both said at the same time he couldn't have stopped his feet right there if he wanted to.
Yeah.
My comment on the air was he thought he was on the goal line trying to get somebody to score. He was blowing everybody up down there.
I mean, that's a D1 football player that's competing on the basketball floor. I mean, that's what he is, and good for him to go out there and keep his body in shape and improve on his footwork. And playing basketball will do wonders for Jack Satterwhite. So
I'll tell you what, if you need your car detailed, he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he does.
Does he really?
Yep. I live right next door to him, and he's got cars over there all the time, him and Mr. Lacey. So
he's done my truck, and
he
did a good job.
They do a great job. They work hard on it.
Didn't know that.
Out of bounds, so stay with the War Dogs. Yeah, I sent him my truck, and he did a good job on it. I probably need to send it to him again.
Yeah, you could probably send it to him once every 2 weeks. And
well, ever since the mishap at Sam's, my wife's been driving my truck because her car got totaled.
Yeah.
So my truck looks like a bomb went off with all the grandkids in it.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah, kids do that.
3 on the way, no good. Rebound by Smith.
Now, did he play?
Look at Shaxson on the ground.
Did he play at
he did
Bonita?
when he was a freshman and a sophomore. Did not play his junior year. That's when I think they had some family stuff come up.
Sure.
And that's when the transfer happened. And since it was a true move into our district, he was able to be eligible immediately in March. But I believe he's just a basketball player. Don't quote me on that, but I mean, good-looking kid. You know, thick lower
Stout,
body.
Yeah. Moves well.
Yep.
Clearly an athlete.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
I was talking to another alumnus today, and we was talking about our athletics and stuff. What do we have to do to get more of our athletes playing more sports?
Yeah, I mean, that's the question for – you could probably ask any athletic director that or any head coach of a different sport that in a lot of areas. And, there's just so many avenues now where kids have the opportunity to play ball all year round in an individual sport if they choose to do so. And, kids are no different than us as adults. I mean, we all have our comfort zone. We have those things that we love to do. And the kids are no different. You know what I mean? When we have that free time, there's a list of about 3 things that one of us, you know what I'm saying? That we're going to prioritize, and we're going to say, if I can do this, this is what I'm going to do. And if this don't work, I'm going to do this. Well,
and
the
then
kids.
Then you scrap all that because your wife's got her list. You're going to do it first.
There you go. But if a guy loves to hunt, he's going to find a way to go hunt.
Right.
Period. If a guy loves to play golf, he's going to find himself on the golf course. Period. So even as adults, we prioritize. Well, the kids are no different. If the opportunity is there for them to play X sport, outside of in season, and that's what they love to do, they're going to go do that. And the thing about it is honestly, guys, we don't struggle as much here as some other districts do with sports specialization. The majority of our kids are competing in at least 2 sports, and that's about all you can ask now.
Yeah.
But it is difficult because we are a smaller 4A. We're the 4th smallest 4A right now, and we have to be able to share athletes. And we need our kids to play multiple sports.
Right. To be able to field teams.
Yeah, to keep us
competitive.
That's the word, is to keep us competitive. We're missing, there's a couple of girls that didn't play basketball this year that could have helped us. That's not their fault, and we're not going to, but that's just the reality. But in their heads, they prioritize, and they're like, these are my 2 sports. Basketball's not one of those sports, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But we're going to deal with that here, but we're just not – we don't have another 10 kids behind them that are doing the same thing. It's just we just don't have those numbers. Now, I will tell you, with saying that, the percentage of athletes, or excuse me, the percentage of students that are now in athletics in at least one sport is up 23% from last year.
That's
1 year.
So that's here that we're up
So
23%.
we are over 20% growth in participation. Okay, now,
Nice.
guys,
So
a
better
little,
than 1 in 5.
It is
playing a sport.
a little bit of that is our class sizes now that are hitting 6th grade and up is where those numbers are coming
Right,
from, 6th
right.
grade and up. Those class sizes are bigger. You know,
Right.
we've graduated a couple of smaller classes, and then those bigger classes are coming up. So obviously, with more kids comes more kids that play sports.
Sure.
So that has something to do with it. But a lot of it is too. I think that we put our brand's good. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
Right.
positivity around our
Sure.
programs.
Yeah, our marketing's great. Jinx scores. Hey, it's 28-20, guys.
Yeah, it's a good
We're
ball game.
within
man.
8.
You know, it's little things that make kids excited, like the Under Armour brand, the new uniforms, the cool warm-ups. We have great game day atmospheres. Our fans
we
are
do.
fantastic.
War Dog Sports.
War Dog Sports. they get. I mean, we joke, guys, but seriously, I mean, they know that they're going to get seen and heard from other people. They know that their Uncle Joe and their Aunt Mary in Springfield can watch them play ball, and that's cool. You know, but also, I mean, we're a product of our school district as a whole. So when the
That's
school
right.
district has positive momentum, everything else, it just flows behind that. So it's not only us, but, you know, band and choir and all those groups are going to see an increase in participation and excitement around their programs when the school district is doing a lot of positive things. And obviously when you pull up, you see the Brewer Construction trailer. I mean, progress. We are watching progress happen right now, and people like to be a part of that. But when it's all said and done, going back to athletics, you know, this is a very, very long answer, Bless, but a little bit of squirrel chasing. But winning solves everything.
It does.
I mean, it just does. I mean, that's so cliche, and it's hard
cliches
for me
are
to
cliches
say it.
because they're the truth.
That's again, it's cliche because it's standard over a long period of time. But you know, when you're successful, more kids want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Right.
And it's harder to be a part of the process. Everybody wants the end result. Everybody wants that part.
Yep. Nobody wants to see how the sausage
but
is
the
made.
grind itself is hard.
Yeah.
And what we talk about within our athletic department with our coaches and our kids is someone's going to have to be the tip of the spear. One of these classes is going to have to be that class that flips it for us, that goes in. We know we're going to get buddy. We know we're going to get beat up. We may not get the full payoff, but when I come back in my second year of college, when I'm a sophomore or junior, and I come to a Miami game and I see that program that I helped flip, that we need those kids to get excited about that. We have great kids, and I love our kids.
No, we have fantastic
We just need a few more of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being honest
That's
with
honest.
you.
Yeah, you said so. We're the 4th smallest 4A in the state.
4th smallest for ADM wise.
Okay.
You know how we get classified. So we'll probably go up a little bit. I don't not much, but when I say we go up, we're going to go up because other people below us are just going to go down.
Right.
So it's going to eventually, but those ADM numbers should come out, and the district redistricting of football and baseball early January is what we're told.
So you said ADM. Tell me what the acronym is there.
That is average daily membership.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how many kids are coming inside a brick building. You know what I'm saying? So the virtual students, they count a little differently, and it's a complicated deal. But average daily membership is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are the kids that are going to class for us.
Gotcha.
And that's grades 9 through 12.
Yeah.
9 through 12.
These guys out here.
That's exactly
all the
right.
students in this building
Yeah,
right now.
that's right.
So you're looking at us staying in 4A is what you're saying?
Oh, without question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I do think it won't surprise me to see our football district change a little bit. Not a lot.
Can we pick who we kick out?
Yeah, that'd be great. I don't want to get into those scenarios too.
Who we can say get out.
Yeah, I can tell you that I can tell you that I've had conversations with people at the state level. I've given them my opinion. Let me just put it that way. And based on not just because I'm whining and want my way, but honestly from geographical reasons and you know what I'm saying, competitive reasons, things of that nature. I just think that there's a couple of shufflings that need to happen that would make it make more sense for us and some other schools in our district. But I see a possibility of possibly losing Bristow.
That broke my heart.
I think they may drop to 3A.
What?
I do, and got to take a shot here, fellas.
Yeah.
Under 5 seconds.
Oh, David Patel looked like he was
Off
about
his
to
foot.
turn and send that. Ball comes off his foot and goes out of bounds. 3.4 seconds left here before the half. Verdigris with a 12.32-20 lead.
But I can see it. And again, guys, this is just, we don't know. This isn't, gospel yet.
Yeah.
But I can see Bristow moving out of the district and us gaining somebody else. I don't know who that is yet. But all I can tell you is our non-district schedule is set. We don't know where if it's home and away because we can't pick that and get that done until the district comes out and says this is where you're going or staying.
Gotcha.
So, but it wouldn't shock me if it changes a little bit.
Gotcha.
So
So
baseball
how
has already
how
changed.
Bristow-
Soccer's changed.
Yeah, I saw
soccer changed quite a bit.
Soccer got tougher.
Got tougher. Yeah.
It got way tougher.
But
So-
I don't see how football could get much tougher. I mean, for us, when you
No.
got Bristow, you got Uligal, you got Wagner.
The only way football gets tougher is they put Tuttle and Poto in our district.
Right.
Yeah.
And
How about Poto, man? Holding Wagner to 3 points.
Yeah, just a bunch of blue collar, tough kids, man.
That's to me, that's impressive defense
Well,
wise.
and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when they wasn't very good from a wins losses standpoint during my time at NEO, we recruited a ton of kids from Poto.
Really?
Because they were tough and they were blue collar and they worked
ethic,
hard. Oh
yeah.
man, and they wasn't always the biggest kids, but man, they played their guts out. And heck, you win football games with them
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
So, and they finally put it together, and they've got a bunch of them kids now, and they've got a little bit of skill set around it. They're not going to win real pretty, but they could win it.
Right.
I mean, and they may win state 10-6. I don't know.
Well, if they can beat Wagner 7-3,
Yeah.
and keep that speed out of the end zone,
Yeah.
I think they're going to win the state championship.
Oh, I'm telling you guys, they got a chance. They're coached well. They got the right people in the right place there, and again, they're just a bunch of tough blue collar kids. That's why Jinx is playing in the state championship again.
Right.
Same type of kid.
Well, I mean, when you look at Wagner, the Wagner teams we've seen historically over the last 10 years, skill players and speed, skills players and speed, all over the place. And to
No
hold them
question.
to hold them to 3 points is impressive.
Oh, without question. No, it's that was a pretty tall task, and I was just like you guys when I saw that score. I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the playing surface was. I mean, there was there was a lot of ugly surfaces that night. I don't know if that had to do with it, but either way, you got to play some pretty tough football to be able to hold that talent of a team, to that score.
So who is the state championship game against? I know Poto.
They're in the semifinals, right? So you got Poto, Tuttle.
No, Tuttle's out.
Tuttle got beat.
I think it's the state championship game now.
I was thinking it was the semis. I could be wrong, though.
Let's see here. I can look up Squirtle and see. Let's go to 4A. It's going to be Poto against Weatherford.
So that is the state title game.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Weatherford beat Tuttle last week.
Okay, that's who beat Tuttle. Okay. Well, I don't know anything about Weatherford, but I know Tuttle. I know, Coach Ballard down there real well, and he's always got his guys ready to play. So if Weatherford was not able to knock off the old Tigers, that game may be 3-3. And
it may be
double overtime.
Well, Weatherford's the same type of town as Poto. I mean,
That's
it's
right.
Going to be the same type of kids. Just
Yep.
Poto is ranked 3, and they're 12-1. Weatherford is ranked 6, and they're 9-2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
The 5A is Carl Albert against Bishop McGinnis. 2 historically tough programs right there that are consistently in the top 5 of 5A. 6A2, Bixby and Stillwater, number 1 against number 2.
Yep.
Wow.
There'll be a lot of points scored in that game.
Yeah.
And 6A1, Owasso and Jinx.
Yep.
And let's go to 3A. Plainview against Lincoln Christian, number 2 and number 3. 2A, they still got, I think they're in the semifinals,
Yep.
Metro Christian and Beggs, former War Dog coach.
Yep.
MJ
MJ Shortwood.
at Beggs.
Yep. David Tennyson's their head coach. Great man. Don't get much better than Coach Tennyson at Beggs. Rooting for those guys because they just got great people.
Then Kingston and Vian is the other side of that
Yeah.
one.
I know you got Rejoice Christian in Class A still. My good friend Brent Marley's the head coach there.
You got You got 8 teams still. No.
Yeah, quarterfinals there.
No, you got 4 teams there. You got them doubled.
I got you.
Pawnee against Cashin, number 1, number 3.
Yeah.
And then they got Rejoice Christian playing 2 different teams here.
Yeah, that's not correct.
Mangum or Ringling.
They play Ringling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mangum, that must be last week's game. They just brought it over.
Yeah.
And Rejoice Christians. Now, on these, I saw a little debate this week about the Christian schools.
Yeah.
And people saying they should have their own district or whatever with the Christian schools because they recruit and they can scholarship kids and stuff. What's your feeling on that, if you can say?
Well, I don't want to go into too much about it. I will tell you that myself and Mr. Hogan have had this conversation multiple times. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes pushing one way or the other that we get information on. It's difficult for me to just stand on a table and just be really strong either way. But in all fairness, though, it's because it's not really affecting us or our competition. Does that make sense? We're not getting it directly.
It has in the past, though.
It has in the past.
The
Cassia Halls of the world. But, it's just tough. I mean, do I think that there's competitive advantages out of it? Yes. I think the statistics prove that there are. But at the same time, I mean, those schools are structured that way for a reason. It's nothing new. It's nothing that they hide. So if you're going to take them out of the association or out of the regular public schools, then you better have a really, really good plan for those people because I'm all about kids. And just because a kid goes to Rejoice Christian, as a 7th grader, he has nothing to do with how it's structured. They're just playing by the rules that have been given in front of them. So if they do pull them out and form their own deal, they better have a really good plan in place where it doesn't hurt those kids, those coaches, because, again, they're just playing by the rules that were set in front of them, And if they're allowed to continue to do it, then why not do it, But as far as, do I have a very, very strong opinion one way or the other? Am I like, this is the worst deal ever? I mean, I'm not there. You know what I mean? But again, if I was getting my teeth kicked in by 2 private schools every year, I may have a different feeling, but, and I'm good friends with the head coach at Tahlequah Sequoia, and he and I had this conversation literally on our field before we played each other, and he's like, Coach, man, I can't get anybody to play me, in 2A or 3A because they think we cheat. I mean, he used the word cheat, and he goes, and I'm like, well, I said, that's a pretty strong word, Coach. He goes, no, I mean, he goes, I understand that you know the process, but to them, we're cheaters. He said, we're abiding by what our policy is. And the OSSA says we can continue to win and play in this arena. So what am I doing? I said, you're not doing nothing wrong, Coach. You're doing exactly what I would do if I was you.
Yeah, sure.
And I tell Brent Marley, like I said, Brent Marley is a great, great friend of mine. One of the best human beings on this planet who's the head coach of Rejoice Christian. But he unfairly just gets blistered because he's a cheater or they get to recruit. And he's just – those are the rules that are given to him. And he's one of the best guys ever. High integrity. I would put up for his integrity and character. I'd be one of the first in line. So I know he's not going into other schools and pulling kids out. It's not that way. But when the door is open and people walk in and say, I want to be a part of this because of whatever reason, facilities, better education, who is he to tell somebody no if they're willing to, do the entrance and get into that school with their requirements or do it the right way, and then they just happen to be a really good football player?
Right.
I mean, who am I to sit there and tell him he can't do that or he shouldn't be able to go compete? But the problem is, though, is when you get down to these schools here at the end and you see who it is, that's the problem where it really burns people because you got your proponents of this deal that are going to say that Rejoice Christian has taken the spot of this
Public
school
sure.
or this school because if it's not for them giving those kids, so basically they're hurting our kids because of. So I get it. I understand the argument on both sides, but
here's the way I look at it. If that's the rules and they're operating within the rules, then that's the way it is.
Yep.
Because rules are there for a reason.
That's right.
So if they're operating within the rules, that's the way it is. Now, if the rules need to be tweaked or changed, then that's where the athletic directors or whoever it is has to discuss that as a group with the OSSAA.
Yeah.
And then
for what it's worth, I can tell you that I know for a fact that there are people in this state that are pushing hard against it. They want them out. I mean, hard pushing. like documentation, statistics, and again, I don't want to go into a whole bunch of detail there because it's not public
Get off in the
information.
weeds, yeah.
But I'm just saying that you're going to there's some massive opposition, and they're going to, in my opinion, I think those private schools, and so I call them selective schools. It's
Sure.
just my own terminology because they can select,
Mhm.
I think that they better get ready because they're going to have to really put up for themselves within a year to 18 months. That's just my timeline.
Right.
Nothing. That's just I'm guessing.
We have several in our soccer district.
Oh, without question.
And
we got 4 of them.
They are tough to go out there and play against, especially when you're a small 4A school way up here in the northeast corner.
Now, I do have another question about this. So, before we get started here, like Rejoice Christian, they're in the state semifinals right now. So, once they get to the semifinals and they qualify for the semifinals, do they go up a class next year?
No, they have to win it.
So, if they win a state championship, they go up a class.
Yep.
Automatic.
Yep.
For all Christian schools?
2 years for a 2-year cycle.
Okay.
Yep.
Somebody had told me something like that, and I
Yep.
didn't know if that was true or not.
Yep. And see, that's what the OSSA has in place now to say this is what we're doing to help.
Right.
Oh! Shaxson Satterwhite with a great block.
Get
He
that
gets
outta here.
foul called on him.
So yeah, that's we could talk about that one for a while.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest with you, and I could give you 3 names to call right now, and one of them will sell you on why the private schools are doing just fine and why they're not, that much of a competitive advantage, and he would convince you of that. And then I can turn around and give you a number of a guy that he'll completely oppose that, and you'd be like, yeah, that makes more sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting, and there's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now, and I don't want to be a part of the OSSA board because I don't want to be a part of that outfit. I don't want to. Yeah.
So these two guys. So what if they were to arm wrestle? Would it and settle it that? Which way would it go?
Well, that's a good question.
That's a ridiculous question.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't know.
If they were to arm wrestle and the outcome's going to go one way or the other.
The one thing is, here's the thing is, I judge if both of those guys called me at the same time and they were, 45 miles away and they both had flat tires and I can only go help one, I have to prioritize. And all I can say about these two guys is it would be a very, very, very difficult decision.
Sure.
I'd probably just flip a coin and say your heads and your tails.
Yeah. I'll come to you
first.
first.
If those are just good people, you know what I mean. And again, I've had those conversations with them both, and I'm like, I'm sure numerous times
White goes up, shot misses.
I probably said, you know what, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what, that makes sense. In both of those cases.
So there's compelling arguments on either side of it.
Yeah, it is, and there's just I don't know. They'll probably come out with something new, and who knows how it'll change. But
so is there
someone
like
else, it won't make everybody happy.
Is there like a rules committee made up of like athletic directors or coaches or something like that?
I don't think there's anything put together right now. I could be wrong, but not to my knowledge, there's not an oversight committee, so to speak.
So right now, OSSA makes all the decisions.
Right
on their
now,
own.
they are handling. As far as I know, they are the ones that are making those decisions.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeesh. I would personally feel better if it was
Satterwhite,
a group of athletic directors, coaches, combination of both. I think that may be a little bit too much control for one group.
Yeah, in all fairness, like you said, you almost need 9 people in a room, or 12, 11 people, 13. You need an odd number for the vote.
Right.
And then maybe you use an OSSA board member as a ex officio to that group.
Right.
And maybe you use a retired, whoever, principal, superintendent that's got some credibility, and you get them all in the room, and like you said, you get them from both sides. It's not just all public school personnel. You get someone from Cassia Hall, and you get someone from Heritage Hall, and from Rejoice Christian, from the small school, aspect of it. And you literally get in there and say, let's work it out, because this is what's going to happen. What can happen, let me rephrase that. This is what can happen, is that you look at other states like Tennessee is one that sticks out to me. They got so fed up with their state association that they just broke off and they formed their own.
Oh,
and
wow.
they operate independently away from their state association. And, you know, like I said, don't put words in my mouth. I'm not advocating for that. But all I can tell you is it's happened in other states because of it starts as an issue and then it turns into a big deal. And then you get some people that get their feelings hurt. And then you get the wrong people upset. And then it's anarchy.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to go gather up our friends and we're going to start our own baby.
Take our ball and go home.
That's exactly right. And then you look up and then, you know, your state association is handling, you know, 36 schools and then this independent organization is handling 80.
Yeah.
And then now you got 2 different state champions in 2 different classes from
weird.
2 different associations. It's just goofy. I mean,
and I don't know, you know, your experience and you're dealing, and it's different than mine, I'm sure, with OSSA.
Yeah.
But it is frustrating to deal with those people.
Yeah, and here's what's crazy, and this is what I tell people, and I sincerely mean this. I know 2 people on the board, I'll say very well, and they are great, great people. I mean, they are easy to talk to. They've never turned down a call or turned down a request. You know, I don't know the other ones as well, but my dealings with them have been very professional. When I deal with them one-on-one, I get everything I need, and it's very quickly answered. Again, I can only speak for what we get at Miami.
Right.
I mean, but I have never had an issue with I need an answer or I need some guidance here, and me not get what I needed from them in a very, very timely and professional manner. Now, to Bless's point, yes, there are some frustrating things that come out from the group as a whole. But again, you know, you're dealing with that many schools. I mean, you're not going to make everybody happy. You know, someone's going to be upset about something. It's no different than the life of a coach, all the way down to an individual coach coaching boys basketball to myself. I mean, you know, someone right now is not happy with something a coach is doing or not doing, and someone right now in this gym's not happy with what we're doing athletically and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to have opinions and different, you know, vantage points on that. But, you know, all we can do, though, is say, you know, those people are there for a reason. They have a lot of years of experience, and we don't always have to like what they have to tell us, but, you know, we operate underneath their umbrella, and we're going to respect that. That's all we can do. But at the same time, we're always going to have the best interest of our kids and our coaches. And if it ever gets to the point where we feel like that we have to bow our chest against something the OSSA is telling us that we can or can't do, then so be it. But to this point, our dealings with them individually have been nothing but positive. Nothing but positive. Again, I haven't agreed with everything that they've told me.
Sure. Right.
But it's nothing that's just been completely outlandish or outside of, you know.
Maybe completely unfair.
Yeah, I mean.
You know, where we're getting heinous.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, that's exactly right. There's nothing, you know, personal or, you know, just like you said, completely, you know, off the wall, away from, you know, what they try to embody.
Well, and I'm sure you're dealing with different people than what I'm dealing with, because mine's on the broadcasting side.
Well, but
yours is on the.
Here's the biggest difference: you're dealing with stuff that has to do with money.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, it's, you know, everybody, when you know about money, everybody gets a little anxious.
Oh yeah.
And, you know.
Well, what gets me is I'll call and talk to one guy, and he'll tell me something. Then I'll call and talk to the girl that actually handles it, and she'll tell me something different.
Yeah, so that's the part that is frustrating, because
like,
the inconsistency is the frustrating part. It's no different than basketball officials. I mean, if you're going to call if you're going to call a block, then call it a block. There can't be a charge, and just be consistent with it. If you're going to call the outside pitch, call the outside pitch every time. You know.
But yes, of that, I think these guys have called great games.
Oh, nice shot.
You know.
Yeah, I think.
I haven't had any calls out there that were just like.
Well, you notice that the 3-man crew is new.
Yeah.
You know
that's
you will see this for every one of our home games. Everybody we play in conference will have 3-man crews. So this is the new norm. This is not something that was mandatory, so to speak.
Well, that's a travel.
It's something that the OSSA highly suggested. We, as the athletic directors in our conference, voted to do it across the board. So, you know, like I said, it's been fairly consistent, I can say. Small sample size.
Yeah, sure.
You know, but we'll see what it looks like, you know, in middle of January. But and plus, it's also good, too, to have some familiarity. These 3 guys have called a bunch of games here.
Right.
They know us and know our coaches. So, yeah, I thought they've been really solid
Long 3
tonight.
rattles out. Verdigris with a 40-23 lead. 3:33 left here in the third period.
So did you have a good Thanksgiving break?
Great break. The Davises are pretty lazy. We're fortunate that we have a lot of our family that are very local. Now, we do have both sides of the family at the Davis house all at once. So
wow.
It's a one-shot deal. It's 2:30, but no, it was very, very nice. Amanda Davis did a lot of Christmas shopping on Black Friday. She loves it, eats it up, but it's nice
really?
not
she
to have.
likes to go out and battle that crowd?
Loves it, yeah.
Wow.
And if it saves
I'm
money,
out.
I'm a fan. So
well, I get that, but
I stay home and watch ball, so it worked out pretty good for me. But
I know Paige Bearden would probably end up in jail.
But like I told John earlier, off the air, I was like, man, anytime I get a couple of days when there's not a schedule,
yeah,
I'm a fan. So
well, I mean, you guys, and and I noticed this earlier, and we've talked about this before. Bless and I have, we go to a lot of sporting events, clearly, and the same people are at everything. I mean, you and Amanda are at everything.
Yep.
Softball, basketball, football, wrestling.
Love it.
You name it, you guys are there.
Yeah.
But and that's long hours.
It is.
And then Jeremy Hogan,
Yep.
He's at everything. And a lot of times, Nick Highsmith, away games, he's there. Kyle Baldridge, away game, dude's there. It's just
yep.
And that's great as a parent that has, I have athletes that go to this school to see the school district, the staff that's, hey, they're there, they're supporting these kids. It's really, and, Debbie Witten teaches at the middle school. She's at everything.
See her at a lot of stuff, yeah. No, like I said, we're fortunate here. We have a lot of support here, and it starts from the top and comes down. But
we had my daughter Lindsay on earlier.
Yeah.
And we were talking about cheer, and she was talking about how great the community support was this season.
Yeah.
For their competition.
It was awesome.
And it was awesome. Just good to see.
Yeah, that's like this week. I was in Verdigris last night for junior high basketball. Watched our 7th and 8th grade boys play. Obviously, my son's 7th grader, so I'm always going to watch that game.
Right.
Obviously, right here, we're watching basketball now. Tomorrow evening, there's nothing. We do play 6th grade basketball games, boys and girls, at noon and at 1 tomorrow in Grove. And then we'll turn around Thursday, and I'll be in Oologah for junior high basketball. And then we're Bright Care Friday night again for varsity. So, sometimes it makes –
And then Sunday you got a bowl game.
And then Sunday –
you got that bowl game, yeah.
Community relations is what me and Mr. Hogan call that. And
it's important.
Oh,
it's huge. But just so you know, you can pass along this. It does not go unnoticed.
No, I appreciate that.
That
you
guys put in just long hours.
And here's the thing too. We don't do it because someone's telling us. We don't have some email trend going out. So, well, you got to go to this game. You got to go to this game. I got to go to this game. We do it because we want to support the kids and support the coaches, and they put in a lot of time and a lot of effort. And the least we can do is be there to see that someone's there to watch them and cheer them on a little bit. But it's enjoyable, and it does make the weeks go by really fast. I must say, when you spend a lot of nights in the gym, and but it's a good thing, when you love ball. What else? What can you complain about? You're around ball and athletes and coaches and competition, and I'm the good Lord didn't make me. He didn't make me to be a ditch digger or to pour concrete. And and all due respect to the guys and the girls who do that, because you're tougher than me and you make a dang good living, but that's just not who Coach Davis was supposed to be. I'm supposed to be watching kids ball, and so I'm blessed to be.
Oh, ripped it.
But no, I'm blessed to be doing what I'm doing. Really enjoy it. So.
And me, man, if it's the War Dogs, I want to be there.
Absolutely.
I watched, I don't know if you know this or not, but Hayden Delano.
Yeah.
Who grew up here.
Made a nice run, didn't he?
Yeah, and he applied for our coaching job, I think, or head coaching job.
Yeah.
He's the head coach at Cross County.
That's right.
In Nebraska.
Yep.
And
that was good.
I watched. Did you watch those games?
Yep.
And I logged on and watched their games. They have a stream kind of like ours, but no audio.
Okay.
I logged on and watched, and
I watched his end of the game speech.
Oh,
just short and succinct, and that was beautiful.
Well, I watched the games, and that semifinal game, they were playing their rival from 8 miles away
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
in
Yeah.
the semifinals. And he said that on Friday nights that if they're both at home, you can see each other's lights.
Wow, that's pretty special.
Wow.
And they were playing each other in the semifinals. That team had beat them earlier in the year like 56-12. Well, that game came down to the last minute of the game, and Hayden's team was winning, and the other team scored with less than a minute to go and beat them.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. I saw when they got beat. I didn't get the story behind it, but no, that's pretty awesome. Good for him. Good for Coach.
And so me and him talked quite a bit, and I told him I was proud of him to keep his chin up. He's got a lot of the kids coming back, but if they would have won, I'd already told him I'm coming to Lincoln.
Yeah,
that'd been fun.
That'd been fun.
And I'm going to get a sideline pass, Coach.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch you try to hoist that trophy.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Because they would have got to play on University of Nebraska's field for that state
that'd
championship
be cool.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, my we have a cousin. It's actually Amanda's cousin, but we've been together so long, I just treat him as my own. But he's the wide receivers coach at Joplin. And obviously you know the run that they just went on. So I was really crossing my fingers and that he could go get him one. I mean, I remember I sent him a text that morning. I'm like, dude, you just enjoy the moment, man, because you're going to get to do something that a lot of coaches never get a chance to do. You get a chance to play for it all, and that is so special. I said
that is the end of 3. Verdigris leads 52-30.
And see, that was another one of those situations where Joplin matched up the state semifinal or state championship game against one of those Christian schools.
Yeah, that's true. And honestly, outplayed them for 2 quarters,
right.
And then just the overall talent was just a little too much. But yeah, pretty special. They played at University of Missouri, played in Columbia. So,
did you hear who the leading candidate is for that University of Missouri head coaching job?
I've not.
Josh Heupel.
Really?
Yeah, he was the offensive coordinator there for a couple years.
He's supposedly the leading candidate for that job.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is that time of the year where there's a lot of shuffling,
right.
and a lot of it is
this is the kind of
is
this is the year you used to hate, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean it's just tough.
You
because,
never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, it's tough, obviously for your own personal reasons, but also you start to form relationships with a lot of people in this area, and when you see that name go across that staff's got fired. I mean, it's just and here's the thing, and these head guys at the big level, they get fired, and that's no good obviously for career and resume and stuff like that. But with their buyouts and stuff like that, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
What people don't think about is that tight ends coach.
Yeah.
And that outside linebackers coach. I mean, the guys was making good money, but crap, now he's got a family, and now he does not have an income.
Yeah, he don't have a buyout.
It's zero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, he was making $160,000 a year to coach linebackers, but, the next 3 months he's making $0.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people don't think about that. But, again, that's why fans are fans, and that's why we do what we do.
Yeah, this is the easiest place in the world to coach from.
Yeah, I mean,
right up here.
You know what I'm saying? Because, it's easy for us to, I set something out on Twitter and some other social media stuff at halftime or at the end of the Baylor game, OU Baylor game. And I saw 30,000 people fire Lincoln Riley at halftime of that Baylor game. And, everybody wants everybody fired, and they wanted his whole staff and fire this guy and fire this guy. Well, that's fine and dandy, but, what are you going to do if Lincoln Riley tweets that he wants you fired from your postmaster job?
Yeah.
Or he wants you fired from your teaching job?
Right.
I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to go ballistic, right? But, I mean, that's the same thing. I mean, that's what fans do.
Sure.
They just fire guys and girls all the time. But, again, that's why, that's just part of the job we sign up for. I mean,
people get fussy. People get just –
But it's a tough time of the year for some coaches. I mean, it just is what it is. And it doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make them bad coaches. Some people just don't fit at certain places. And then you see that same person who was not successful go to this other place. They just light it on fire.
Right.
And you're like, it's just the fit,
Yeah, chemistry is just super important.
I mean, it's just tough. It's just tough.
Well, speaking of tough, we just started the 4th period, and it's 52-30. War Dogs had pulled within 8 just after the half. But Verdigris has slowly pulled away. Shaxson Satterwhite putting the Verdigris guard on the ground.
All he did was raise his arm up.
I know, yeah. Kid went flying.
I know this is the thing that was a little bit, not concerning is not the word, but Coach Mercer kind of knew going in. He's like, they said scoring. He said we got to play great defense.
Yeah.
Because we're not a team that can put 60 and 70 on people. We're a 40 to 45 to 50 point a game team, at our best. So he knew that, defensively they were going to have to force some turnovers. But he also knew going into this game that he was playing a long, athletic Verdigris team who's got a lot of experience, and that this may not be the best tune-up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To start the.
Well, I asked him. I texted him today. I had a little text conversation to kind of fill out what the team was going to be like and stuff for tonight. And I said, "So who's your go-to dude?" And he said,
"All of them."
He said, "We'll find out tonight."
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's all of them. Yeah.
Well, I would say tonight's Miss Smith.
I would too. He's a good player.
He is a good
Well,
player.
he's playing his rear end off, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Well, we have Spencer Smith. We have two Smiths out there on the floor right now, and I'm talking about the senior. What's his first name? Chad, you said?
Zach.
Yep.
Well, looks like 10 kids have played, so a lot of kids got some action tonight. Literally every kid on the girls' team played tonight, which is always good to get some experience. So, both of our teams this year, I think you're going to see us, like 1 week, you're going to be like, oh, look, we've taken a step. We're a little bit better.
Right.
I think this boys' team's going to be that way once they kind of gel and figure out, okay, here's our strengths. This is what we can't get into.
Yeah.
This is what we.
We've never hit a rhythm
in
this game. Just things have just came piecemeal here and there. Satterwhite trying to get rid of the ball. He's going to take a drive. Not a great dribble right there, Jackson. Well, the ball's the wrong shape.
And
yeah.
And this
it's
is
not
really
pointy on the ends.
We were talking about this earlier too. That this is really the first action in high school basketball for Shaq. He didn't get to play as a freshman.
Yeah.
And was out sophomore and junior because of the back injury.
Yeah.
And so really, this is his first action.
Yeah, he's got up and down the court well. He moves well. Doesn't look like he's out of shape or anything.
No.
You know what I mean? And again, he obviously knows that basketball is not his future. But at the same time, it's impressive for, these schools that are wanting to recruit him as a football player to know that he's, got enough athletic prowess and the competitor in him to go play some basketball is a pretty impressive deal.
Another one of our football standouts that is, stepping out of his comfort zone is Clay McCormick. He's wrestling this year.
First time ever.
Yeah.
And love it. When I was recruiting back in those days, I loved it when I said, what else does he do? Oh, he's a wrestler. I'm like, oh, great.
That means
love
he can
it.
tackle.
That means he's mentally tough
Yep.
and he doesn't mind one-on-one. He can take a win. He can take a loss. And that's going to do Clay some wonders, I think.
And we were talking earlier about the wrestling, with the hand-to-hand, the footwork, the having to be able to grab a hold of someone and latch on and take them to the ground. Football-wise, that's part of the technique.
Yeah, and it's good to see our Coach Gilstrap's already doing a great job of getting those numbers up a little bit. The numbers at the middle school level are ridiculous. There's like 50-some kids.
Wow.
Wrestling, and then I think we're at 19 or 20 at the varsity level, and those numbers will grow. But good to see some good things there too.
That's tremendous because
to me,
we
that's
ended the season with one.
unbelievable.
No, it's great, and it's not. And you talk to Coach Gilstrap about it, he'll like, oh man, I got great assistants, and we got some good people that's with him. We got an adjunct guy that we brought in named Blake Byrne, who wrestled at Seneca and did a great job there. Went to the military, got honorably discharged, and he's going to school full time online. And he's like, I want to coach wrestling. Can you got a spot for me? I goes, yeah. And he's been phenomenal. Just really, really great addition there. And then Ryan Jarvis, we brought Ryan Jarvis in from Grove, and he's done a great job with our middle school program as well. And he's going to help David Douthit in soccer. And then Patrick Billings, who helped with Coach Gardner's staff. Patrick was a wrestler here back in his time as a War Dog, and he's on that staff as well. And it's just been a good mesh between those guys. And we've had a couple of home wrestling events already, and, man, it's fun to watch those guys. They get after it.
Yeah, they do.
And it's very organized, and it's like Jarvis has got his role, and Gilstrap's got, obviously as the head guy is running the deal, and then you got Blake. And it's just really neat to see those guys really start to gel. and really have never I've never coached before,
right,
together anyway, and to see them that early kind of blend really well.
Zach Smith lays 2 more in,
and to kind of feed off each other was really cool to see. So
32.
I'm excited to see the future of the wrestling program.
Well, you know how I feel about the hire of Coach. We're going blank here.
Gardner.
Gilstrap.
Gilstrap.
Yep.
I love seeing War Dogs come home. I love it, and to get a guy that kind of quality as a wrestling coach is great. Great move, great hire.
Yeah, it was always he was our guy from the get-go. That's the guy we wanted. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We had 2 really good other candidates that applied just from the open interview deal. I mean, they just applied, and they either one of those guys could have done it, but David was the guy that we wanted right off the bat. Just really glad it worked out. And I mean, I was a little disappointed because, man, I was going to go into full Coach Davis recruiting mode on that guy, and I really didn't have to work that hard. It was just, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think a monkey could have got him to come back to Miami. He was just ready for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, Coach Gilstrap's going to be really good for us, and he's done a great job early, and be fun to see him build it.
If you got that many in middle school, what did you say, 50?
No, I think there's 54.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's huge.
Yeah, numbers are crazy.
That's a lot of kids in that field house at one time.
A lot of kids. Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good problem to have.
Our youth program, I started wrestling in 2nd grade when we moved here in '78. And, the youth program then was super organized. And a guy named Harold Garut was our coach. And, we would go in, and it was conditioning for 30 minutes to start practice off. And then you were so gassed that by the time he's ready to teach, you're ready to listen. You're ready to sit still for a little bit and listen. And it was, we produced some out of that youth program, produced some really outstanding wrestlers. Dusty Beckermeyer, state champion.
Yep.
Willie Bowles, another state champion. Just a lot of guys that went on and did good things.
Jamie Williams, he was he finished high in the state. I don't think he ever won it, but he was close a few times.
Yeah, we had some fantastic
and
wrestlers
our youth
back
program today's really ran well.
Yeah.
Very organized. You got great parents in there that are volunteering their time and efforts, and they are doing a phenomenal job. A lot of those, numbers at the middle school as we progress will be a reflection of what they've done at the youth level.
That's
so
exactly right.
I mean, youth. I hope our youth coaches and our people who work with our youth organizations and sports understand how important their job is.
It's tough.
There's not a book out there that you can go buy that says this is how you run a youth organization. It don't work that way.
Yeah.
You just got to have people who care about their community and care about their kids and are willing to set aside some personal time and effort, because it is a huge factor in how prepared they are to take the next step as a 6th, 7th, and 8th grader, because if there's a lot of those stuff that's been taught fundamentally and, the organization and the IQ of the game, just in whatever sport.
Yeah,
If a lot of that stuff is tackled in the youth area, then when they get into the competitive school district in 6th, 7th grade, we don't have to spend a lot of time back at square one having to reinsert that or maybe teach it for the very first time.
Well, you got good clay to mold.
That's exactly right. So, and then because everything's a stepping stone, and your 6th grade year is about this, your 7th grade year is about this, 8th grade year, and then your freshman year is you better start figuring it out.
Yeah.
And then sophomore year is I'm going to be a contributor, and junior and senior, let's go. You know what I mean? And we can't miss a lot of those steps, because then all it does is postpone success. You know what I'm saying? So what they do at the youth level is huge.
Well, in our youth football this last fall, I was helping coach 1st grade because my grandson's in that. But I thought it was important to let these kids see who they were going to be with at one day. That's what they're working towards.
Sure.
So I got with Coach Gardner and asked him if he'd come out and talk to the kids. He said absolutely. So we brought him out there, and it was right before our playoff games, and had all the teams come over, and he talked to them for probably 10 or 15 minutes, and it was a good deal.
I'm sure they were awestruck.
Oh, yeah, it was a good deal for the kids to be able to see him on a personal level.
Absolutely.
See him out there at their practice, seeing that he cared enough to show up out there and talk to him a little bit, encourage him, to do well in their playoff games. And
it's a snapshot of what they can look forward to, or it's a snapshot of maybe I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Sure.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Keegan Kamumo just put 2 points.
That's
on
a nice
the board.
move right there,
yeah,
by Keegan.
Nice big
but the
move
more
for the big man.
the more you get exposed to that, and the quicker you realize that I just can't like it to be good. I have to love it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's a big difference. That's a good thing. But yeah, shout out to our youth people who are working with those young people, because that's a tough job and it doesn't pay well.
No.
As far as bank account goes, the payoff personally is big, but but anyway, as always, fellas, it's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Again,
Game's winding down.
We'll do it again on Friday.
Friday, sure.
So
thank you for the coin, sir.
Oh,
appreciate
you guys
it.
well, thank you for what you guys do.
Fantastic.
All right, we'll see you soon. Appreciate y'all.
You bet.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. It's going to be 61-34 Verdigris. And for your War Dogs, not too bad of a showing considering we're playing a team like Verdigris. And we're playing kids with zero starting experience.
Yeah. Not bad.
They battled well. They kept it close at times. They got back within 8 before it kind of got – I think we kind of ran out of gas a little bit in that second half. And I think that will get better as the season goes. But, after texting with the coach today, I wasn't really sure what to expect tonight. I think they were competitive at times.
Yeah.
But there was times that you could tell we were a little bit overwhelmed as well.
Sure.
And that's just going to come with growth, maturity, gelling together, and time under your belt.
Yeah. Like, we never really could hit a rhythm, and our points just came here and there piecemeal. But as far as hitting a rhythm and really moving the ball around, it just wasn't there tonight. Defensively, we really didn't have a whole lot from them. And we were leaving guys open on the Verdigris end for threes. A lot of those points on the board, a lot of those 61 points were three-pointers. So who you got over there score-wise, Bless?
Well, for Miami, we got Doney with 2, Kamumo with 3. We had Keaton Jinks with 3, Carson Jinks with 4, Trey Tanner with 7, and your nutting paint and body player of the game, Zach Smith, with 14.
Nice. New guy.
What's not in the scoring column, which I'd like to see, is Jack Satterwhite.
Yeah. He had some opportunities, just never could find.
Yeah, I think we need to find a way to get him a little more involved down low.
Mm-hmm.
You get him more involved down low, even if he scores 8 points, that opens up some stuff outside.
Sure, right.
So I think we need to find a way to get him a little more involved. Again, first game of the season against a really good Verdigris team. We're going to play another really good team Friday night in Oologah. Both boys and girls from Oologah are traditionally really good.
Right.
The girls are really, really good usually from Oologah. So be more time to grow for us. Then we come back next week. We're at home again. And then I think we're off until after Christmas.
Nice.
I think we just have the 3 home games, and then we're done until after Christmas. I guess that's about it for us tonight.
Did we name a player of the game for the girls game?
No, because that was a tough one.
That was really tough. We didn't put a whole lot of points on the board.
Our leading scorer had 3.
Saw some flashes of good stuff. But yeah, it was kind of too inconsistent to really name somebody that kind of took control and was a real leader out there tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe that'll come.
Maybe it'll come. I'm looking for it for Becca Hopping.
Well, I was kind of leaning towards Beck because of the rebounds that she had.
She did have quite a few.
And of course, she was one of our leading scorers with 3. I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable naming somebody, especially because I didn't have a score sheet because of what happened in the beginning. And usually we hand out the score sheet. So
right.
Maybe Friday night we'll have somebody stand out a little more and be able to give one out.
Hope so.
All right, guys, thanks for logging on and watching, and we will be back on Friday night. And then Sunday we'll be live with the Midwest Classic Bowl, also on BullDogSports.com. So If you can't make it out to the bowl game, we'd like to see you out the bowl game. I know the community needs the support there, and Amanda and Chad and her staff. Amanda's staff have put in a lot of work to get that thing put on.
That's a big thing.
So if you can make it out to it, we'd appreciate you being there. If not, we'll bring it to you live on War Dog Sports. So till Friday night, thanks for logging on, and God bless.